Hey guys, I'm Angel Balance. I'm an online health and fitness coach. I'm going to share with you today some things that I keep in my kitchen on a regular basis. My team and I are hosting a free Fit for Fall Crockpot challenge this week, talking about clean foods, clean eating, just kind of sharing our everyday tips. If you'd like to be added into that group, please send me a friend request and private message me so that we can get you in. Or connect you with the coach that's on my team already. If you are in our group and you're watching this now, we want you to feel free to invite your friends into the group. So all you have to do is click add friends at the top of the page and invite your friends in. When we see their request come in, we will make sure that they are connected with the coach that invited you into the group and make sure that they get in and get all the free recipes and the grocery list and all that stuff. Okay? All right, so on to the stuff that I want to share with you today. And by the way, yes, I am a mom of 3 and a wife to 1. I don't know. I would say each of my children and my husband, they each have their own unique flavors and foods that they like and dislike. So I know all about having to eat healthy and make healthy choices when and pleasing a crowd. But without, you want to get results for you. You want to be healthy and you want to make healthy choices in your grocery shopping for your family and are the healthiest that you possibly can, making fewer compromises when it comes to their health, but you're just not always sure quite what to reach for. So while I am like I said, I'm an online health and fitness coach, and while I am a beach body coach, that is my chosen resource for getting all of my fitness and nutrition tools and needs met, then so I do like to use their eating guides. But if you don't have those, this is going to be really great for you because I'm just sharing with you my knowledge through what I have learned and what is readily available to me. And as I'm talking, I'm realizing I don't have my list with me, so I'm going to back up a minute. Here I have my list, but you can see all kinds of, I was in the middle of my coffee. I have this wonderful coffee mug from one of the coaches on our team. It says, "This girl runs on coffee and grace." I love it. And my coffee is cleaned up. Maybe on another day in the group, I'll share with you how to clean up your coffee. So, but behind me, you just see some of the stuff that you would normally find in my pantry and in my fridge. And I'm gonna, as you can see, some of them are Costco, some of them are Walmart, some of them are Target. Those are, and some of them are Beachbody because we have Shakeology over there. But most of them, these are things that you could find regular wherever you shop, usually, or something comparable, right? So in the eating guides that I usually use, every workout program that I get from Beachbody, whether it's, and it doesn't have to be 21 Day Fix. I know everybody knows about 21 Day Fix, but it doesn't have to be that one because every single one of our fitness programs comes with a nutrition guide. And inside they give you a food list for your, so that you're able to get the best results from your program and know what to eat, what foods to reach for. But what I have found when, years before I knew about Beachbody and I was just trying to do my own thing, I was searching Pinterest, I was searching blogs, I was Googling all those things, trying to figure out what healthy foods I could pick up to help me, get fit, get healthy, get lean. I had body fat I wanted to lose. I had skin issues that I wanted to get healed. I had other internal, digestive issues. I had irritable bowel syndrome issues for a long time, and I had acid reflux. I've always had very, very sensitive dry skin. Thankfully, most of that, I don't deal with a lot of the eczema issues and things anymore. And when my diet gets out of whack, some of those symptoms come back, and I know it's time to tighten back up. So I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes of what it is that we eat and what we shop for on a regular basis. So you know some easy, clean foods that you can pick. And since I'm a mom and I'm of 5, you know that we have a budget that we work with. And so while I may not buy these every single item at every single trip, we usually do buy in bulk when we can. So that's why we do like Costco for that reason. So it helps some of the food stretch through the week and sometimes into the second week, so that on the alternating weeks, we don't have to make a huge grocery run. We're able to just pick up a few staples. Now, sometimes, yes, I will meal plan and have specific ingredients that I need. But on a busy weekend when I don't really have time for one reason or another, I haven't taken the time to plan any certain meals. I have, sort of meals in the back of my mind or ones that I like to cook that I know based on, these staples that I make sure that we have in our house from week to week. Usually I can pull out whatever ingredients and put something familiar together that my whole family likes. Okay, so let's get into what it is that we usually do buy. So for my vegetables, I have a real picky eater who does not like salad, but she does eat cucumbers and carrots and tomatoes. So I make sure that for my kids, and these are real kid friendly for the lunches and things like that, snack boxes even. Moms, you don't have to pack you can pack. I know sometimes we think we can't, but we can pack vegetables in their snack boxes. So sometimes I will do that. I will throw the baby carrots or the cucumbers on that. I buy the little silver bento boxes. They're stainless steel, so it's easy for me just to throw in a fruit or vegetable on one side, and then usually popcorn or something like a whole wheat waffle or something like that on the other. Today they got bacon because Dad cooked bacon for breakfast, and they love being able to bring bacon with them to school for their snack. So for vegetables, I will usually do cucumbers and carrots and a tomato, and then we always have a large bin of fresh spinach on hand because I can use that one for our salads. My kids actually just refer to spinach as salad because that's what they're used to now. In the beginning, we mostly chopped a head of lettuce or romaine, and then we would blend it in with some of the spinach leaves and just kind of over time got them used to, good morning, Dawana. Got them used to seeing the spinach in there and the texture and the taste of it, and now it's normal for them. For the daughter who doesn't like the texture of the salad anymore, I will often blend it into her shakes, or because she likes the chocolate Shakeology, I'll blend it into the chocolate when she's not looking, and she'll get some extra greens that way. Or I just double up her cucumber so that she's still getting a green vegetable every day. And then beyond that, usually I'm a Southern girl, so I like bell peppers and onions to always usually be on hand. And when I'm, sometimes if I plan something to use for zucchini, I'll pick up zucchini. But then that's usually what I always have. Now, sometimes we'll throw in some mushrooms, some celery, some cabbage, or some squash. And sometimes I'll pick up, yes, some kale. But that's usually what our vegetables are. For fruit, we always pick up berries. These are very nutritionally dense and fiberful, so they're really my preferred fruit. So strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, those we will sell. So we kind of look to see what has the best price, and if it's just really expensive, we don't pick it up that week. We look for it the next time. Grapes, bananas, apples, just because they're really kid-friendly and easy on the go. And again, we can blend those bananas into the smoothies or chop it in half and send it on for a snack for the kids. Okay, and then if you didn't know it or not, salsa actually can be considered a fruit option for you. According to our eating guides, when I eat salsa, it counts as one of my fruits. So unless I make it completely fresh, you know, with my tomatoes. But tomatoes are one of those funny vegetables that can kind of go either way. But then we will every now and then, depending on what's on sale and a good price, we'll throw in pears or cherries or nectarines or kiwi. I have a daughter who loves mandarin oranges, so when those are available, we will get that. Or melons. We just had a cantaloupe that we just chop it up, put it in a big container, put it in the fridge, and we pull it as we need it. So our proteins, okay? We're not vegetarian or anything like that, so I'm not really restricted in that kind of way. I would invite you, if you are vegan or vegetarian, to offer some of your protein sources below what you reach for. For me in my house, we always have chicken on hand. We always have some fish on hand. The most cost effective or, you know, wallet friendly that I have found and easy to prepare for dinner, I'll buy the frozen single sealed, like it's a bag of frozen tilapia, and we'll usually pick it up at Costco or something, and they're all individually shrink wrapped and sealed. So I just, you know, pull out however many we need for the meal that week, and that bag will last us 2, sometimes 3 weeks, just depending on how much fish I cook and how often through the week. So, but tilapia is usually the one that I grab. Always have some kind of ground meat, either beef or turkey. And we always, of course, have eggs. That's a good protein source and very inexpensive. Greek yogurt. I do let the kids get some of the flavored ones, but I usually always have a plain Greek yogurt on hand, and I'll sweeten it if I want with either one of my favorite things to have on hand is pure maple syrup and or honey. I like honey. And the other, of course, Shakeology counts as a protein for us, but it also has all kinds of superfoods in it and the benefits of vegetables within it. So I try to make sure that my kids have a shake, you know, whenever they want one. I don't force it on them, but they each asked for some just the other night, and I let them have it. My husband and I do have a shake every day. So, and then I like pork loin and tuna, and we normally buy bacon of some kind. This week we had turkey bacon, but we have gone and gotten the full fat bacon. But the most important thing when you're looking for bacon is to look for nitrate or nitrite free, because those are the things that are not so healthy and lead to, you know, they've been linked to cancer. So for the cleaner option, try to make sure that it's nitrate and nitrite free. And also try to look in the ingredients and see if they have added sugar in it. And I mean refined sugar. Like, sugar is listed in the ingredients, not the label that says how many grams of sugar. You know, because all kinds of foods have natural occurring sugar. But what I want you to look at is in the listed ingredients. If it says sugar or corn syrup, it's not as clean of an option for you. Okay? And then we will sometimes pick up shrimp, and we will sometimes pick up a rotisserie chicken, just not as often, not on a regular basis. Okay? So back to my staples for carbs. Now, I like to have sweet potatoes every week. My kids, not so much. Every now and then I'll pick up a white potato, but they're not like, oh my gosh, Mom, I gotta have a sweet potato. But I like to have them on hand. They're really great for a side option that isn't a bread or a grain. So if you're resisting breads and grains, and you don't want to totally leave carbs out, sweet potatoes are really good for that. But that's one of my staples. They're cheap. They're and they're easy to cook and bulk prep at the beginning. We will often have brown rice and or quinoa on hand, because you can cook quinoa just like you can rice in the rice cooker. Whole grain pastas, we usually have plenty of those on hand. That's a quick, easy meal for me to pull off with the kids. On any night of the week. Boil it up and toss in there some sliced sausage or something, and put a steamed vegetable on the side, and they are happy. Oats. I usually buy plain oats, and this is just great. There's nothing special, but they're plain oats, and I will use that to make oatmeal whenever I want it, or I'll sprinkle it on my yogurt whenever I want. Sometimes I'll even put it in my shake, or I'll use it for homemade muffins and things. You can grind it and make like an oat flour. It's really good. Beans and rice. So very cheap, inexpensive staple right here. So we have some black beans, some red beans, and that's some of our brown rice that we've already got in our pantry from previous weeks. Really cheap and inexpensive, right? So we usually have that on hand, and it just we can usually make a lot of meal out of that. In fact, our Crockpot chili that we have planned for this week, I've pulled out a previously made Crockpot chili out of the freezer from the last time that I made it, and I'm thawing it so I can have it this week with the group. All right, so other than that, something I always have on hand, probably tortilla chips to eat with the salsa, okay? That's probably one of the other carbs that I normally always have on hand. And then crackers for the kids. I do prefer whole grain. Sometimes I get outvoted, but those are the cleaner options, right? Healthy fats. I usually pick avocado and almonds, some kind of nuts. I like walnuts. I have a whole bunch of them back here. Pecans, and we have sliced almonds and walnuts. So we just kind of keep them in the pantry and pull from them whenever we need a quick snack. I'll throw it in a little snack Ziploc bag and run out the door. And then we'll usually have hummus. I think we do have some in there right now. I'll grab, these are all healthy fats. Feta, I like to have some feta, not always, but we always do have some kind of shredded cheese, like a cheddar and Monterey Jack blend, and Parmesan. So for dressings, I usually just kind of make my own. I'll just do like I'll combine. For oils, I always have, let me show you. Oh, it's huge. Coconut oil. It's I usually like to have a good coconut oil on hand. You can cook with it. You can melt it and drizzle it on your salad and then squeeze some lemon on it. So good. We'll have extra virgin olive oil. And then other oil, actually something that falls into oils, is your almond butter. And I like to just, again, make sure you check your ingredient label and make sure there's no refined sugar listed in the ingredients. It should say just almonds. That's like one of my favorite tips to share. So that is, yes. So that reminds me of the little snack that I wanted to tell you about that I love, love, love. I will take almond butter and a banana, and I will either saute the banana down or just slice it cold, and I'll drizzle some almond butter on it, sprinkle some cinnamon, maybe some nuts, and it's like a dessert. It's so good, but it's all clean, whole foods that I know I'm not technically cheating at all, right? All right, so, and another good Costco find for seeds is I'll usually have sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds on hand. These were really good at the store, and I'm still enjoying them. Real easy to just toss in my bag and go. Okay, and then what else? Oh, I usually keep ground flax in the fridge. Do y'all want me to grab that? Let me grab it. So just so you can see it, because most people, they're like, I don't know how to find it or what to look for. Find it on the baking aisle. So Flaxseed Meal, you can use this for so many different reasons, but it's a good fiber. You can sprinkle it on your salads, put it in your oatmeal, put it in your sauces, like your spaghetti sauce, and just add that extra fiber in the meal. And your kids won't even know it's in there. But it's also just a really healthy, I'm trying to remember, where's it at? Oh yeah, there it is. It falls under your seeds, right? Okay, so, and then freebies. Lemons. We put lemons in our water count calorically really towards anything, so you don't have to like worry about overdosing on any of these things and ruining your diet in any kind of way. Herbs, so like cilantro, I pulled out of my fridge yesterday. Vinegars, mustard, we love Tabasco sauce, hot sauce to season, green onions. I always have garlic powder and onion powder, and vinegars. So this is one of the things I also use for salad dressing, but then also I'll drink it with a little bit of stevia and water in the mornings. It's just real good for your system, apple cider vinegar. So I do keep stevia on hand. It's another freebie. It's a free sweetener that you can use in your coffee and in your yogurt without adding calories. So I think that that's a pretty good list to help get you guys started if you just wanted to know what I normally have on hand. And of course, you know, salt, pepper, cayenne. I love red pepper. I love using that. So if you want to share your staples, please feel free to comment below. And if you have questions about anything that I shared, then please feel free to ask. And I'll come back tomorrow with something else to share with you about how I usually try to keep this family healthy. All right. Bye, guys. Love you. Talk to you later.